Hey guys, Tonic here. Another Tuesday, another Atomic Shop review. This week in the Atomic Shop, we have a brand new bundle. It's called the Raiders Paradise Bundle. It's being sold for 1,800 atoms, and I just picked it up, so let's go check it out. So getting right into it, this is another one of those bundles that has some new items mixed in with some older items, and it is a Raider themed bundle, so everything in here is kind of like rusted and beat up and a lot of spikes and stuff. So in this bundle, you get a brand new light, you get some barricades, a new weapon skin, and a couple of older items, so we're going to go through the older items first. So first up, we do have the Raider Lodge, and this is just a reskin of the Hunter's Lodge, but it's actually a pretty cool reskin. It's not just different colors, you actually have a lot of things added to this to make it a lot different, and I kind of actually like this prefab. So on the front here, we do have these spikes and some metal. The staircase is different. Going up to the front porch, we actually do have some blood up here, and a lot of these windows are going to be broken and kind of barricaded, but it's pretty much the exact same layout. And going up to the second floor here, we have this back staircase, a little back area right there. And then up top again, a lot of these windows are boarded up. The roof is pretty much open. You just kind of have these canopies up there. And then going out here, you have a skull on a spike, a skeleton, some more blood. Then you have a skeleton in a cage. Then your back steps right here. So pretty much the same layout as the Hunter's Lodge, just kind of a Raider reskin. But again, I do actually kind of like this one. And then heading outside here, we'll go ahead and look at the rest of the older items. So up next, we do have the pit scaffolding. And I believe that's going to be over here in floors. So here are the pit scaffolds. And there's three different pieces here. You have this corner piece. You can raise these up quite a bit and sink them down. There's also the ramp. And they do snap together. Go. Then we just have this straight connector piece. These are kind of nice. I have used these in a few different camp builds. I think they fit that Raider theme very well. And you do also get the junkyard fences that will be over here in fencing. You have four different ones here. So we have this one, it kind of has some tires and barbed wire on there. This piece, I usually use this piece as like a corner piece. Then you just have this straight wood piece and the straight metal piece. These walls are very nice. They're also pretty old. I want to say they've been in the game for a few years now, but I still use them pretty often, so it is kind of cool to see them included with this bundle. But that is pretty much it for the older items. So moving on to the new items included with this bundle. First up, we do have a brand new light. This is called the Car Light. It's actually pretty big, and this will cost 1 copper, 1 glass, and 2 steel to place. And placing this down over here, it should be powered up already, and it is. So up top there, looks like we have a few different headlights, and it looks like they're all kind of shining in different directions. And after this, I will actually switch over to nighttime. You can see just how bright this is. But down here, it looks like we have a hood of a car, and then some headlights, and we can turn this off and back on. And then here's the back. It's actually a pretty cool light. I can definitely see myself using that. Then we also do have some new barricades. So these are called the rusted barricades, and it looks like there's 3 of them. You have this one here, this one with a car door, and then this one. Looks like this one has like a tire, a stop sign, and a sewer cover. And checking out the back here, this is actually pretty flat, so you can push that right up against a wall, which is kind of cool. Here's the back of these two. Overall, they're pretty nice barricades. I do like to use these barricades just to add something to your camp. You can like throw them along a wall or something. And overall, I mean, everything matches pretty well. I actually kind of do like this bundle so far. And lastly with this bundle, you do also get a brand new weapon skin for the 50 cal. This is called the Rust Riddler, and it's just very rusty. And here's how it looks in first person. And here's how it looks in third person. And here's that new light when it's dark. I just threw on the snow weather control station to make it a bit darker. And this thing is actually pretty bright. The one on the bottom produces a lot of light. You can see here when I turn it off and back on. The top doesn't really throw off a lot of light, but the bottom is definitely very bright. But that just about covers everything inside the new bundle. So taking a look at the rest of the Atomic Shop here, on the front page we have that new Raider bundle, then we also have this new Rust Warrior bundle, and same kind of thing, it's just some new items and some older items mixed together. I think the only new items in this are going to be these 2 flags. Then we also have the Flaming Skulls bundle on the front page, then a couple of the new items down here. Over on this page, we have the stuff from last week, the restricted area bundle, that salvaged UFO bundle, then the secret laboratory bundle. Over on the greatest hits page, we have the Western Bar bundle, a very old bundle, but it still holds up pretty well. I actually really like that bundle. Then we have the Raider Waster bundle, another old one, and the Blood Eagle bundle. Over on this page, we have the stuff from 2 weeks ago, the Rust on the River one. I wasn't really a huge fan of that prefab. Then over on the special page, we have a new free plushie, a free Raider Skinner hood, a free lunchbox, the Starlight on sale. Then we have the Warhawk hairstyle, a new Fallout First rod paint, and the camouflage bundle. And then over on the Fallout First page, we have all those Fallout First offers. And then as far as the weekly offers go, today we had that Starlight for $250. Tomorrow we'll get the Skull Mask for $150. On May 9th, we have the Enlightened Mind Power Armor paint for 900 atoms. On the 10th, the Stalker outfit for $450. On May 11th, we have the Leather Greaser Jacket and Jeans for 400 atoms. On the 12th, the Equalizer Power Armor paint for 700 atoms. Then lastly, on May 13th, we have the Blood Eagle skin for the bow. So overall, I feel like it was an alright week in the Atomic Shop. Usually I'm not a big fan of these bundles where it has new stuff mixed in with the old stuff, but in this case I actually do kind of like this bundle. I really like the Junkyard Fences. I use those a lot in my camp builds. I also do like the Pit Scaffolding. I do tend to use that one a lot. And then I do like that new Carlite light. I think that's really cool. I like the prefab that it comes with. I also do like the Rusted Barricades. I can definitely see myself using those. I think the only thing I don't like in this bundle is the new 50 cal skin. Not a big fan of that, but everything else I do really like. So again, even though I'm not a huge fan of these types of bundles, I do actually kind of like this one. And then as far as the rest of the shop goes, there's some decent stuff in there with that Western Bar bundle and even the Blood Eagle bundle. So again, I feel like it's an alright week. It's not great, but it's also not bad. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. So I would like to say thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a great day.